Here's Charlie Dickens, chapter 16, entitled Cows. They walked over the fields as quickly as they could without looking back. What should we do now? Said Charlie. It was still full of energy. Tinker didn't have a clue what or where they were going to go, but he liked to feel that he was in charge. We'll explore, he said as they headed for the woods. I'm getting hungry, said Charlie. Don't worry, said Tinker. I have packed some sandwiches, and they both sat down on a dry hillside and devoured them as a buzzard hung in the sky and the sounds of the countryside reverberated all around them. In the distance, Charlie could see a couple of brown dots and they appeared to be moving. It took them a while to realize that they were cows. I want to see the cows, he said, getting excited. Calm down, said Tinker as he passed his bottle of water around. Charlie had never been near cows before and he wondered what they were like. He didn't expect them to be as big as they were. Luckily, they didn't look dangerous, he thought. As they got closer, they appeared so much larger to Charlie. They looked almost like dinosaurs, he thought, and he was glad that they were separated by a strange-looking wire fence. It didn't look to Charlie that it was strong enough to keep them safe. What kind of fence is it? He asked Tinker, who was marching confidently in front of him. It's an electric fence, said Tinker. Whatever you do, don't touch it. It will hurt, he said. As they got closer to the fence, they could hear it buzzing, and it sounded like dragonflies trapped in a milk bottle. The cows were still like great big wet sacks, and the only movement they made were the swish of their tails as they brushed the flies away, or the opening and closing of their big sleepy eyes, which reminded Charlie of the hatch from a submarine door. They looked like bored sunbathers, thought Charlie, and he was getting quite bored himself, and the buzzing of the wire was playing on his mind, and the urge to touch it was strong. How painful could it be, he thought, as Tinker lay down in the grass, and he looked up at the endless sky. Charlie reached out his hand tentatively as the wire throbbed like his heart. He knew that it was a foolish thing to do, but he was feeling brave. He felt the presence of Spider-Man hovering over him, and he reached out and he tentatively touched the wire. It was a big mistake.